Charles Barkley ranks LeBron James number 8 all-time behind Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan, and I agree with Charles Barkley. LeBron James is way overrated for what he's done to the league. He's the reason the league is corny today. He is the one who started ring chasing only 7 years into his career. And keep in mind who LeBron James is and was at that time. He's Superman. He's the guy. He's the face of the league. It's LeBron. Okay? And LeBron needed help. You know, Superman needed help. He's calling up other members of the Justice League. That ain't how it works, bro. The Justice League calls up Superman. Hey, Superman, we really need you. Can you save us? Yeah, sure, we got you. That's not LeBron, though. LeBron called up the Flash and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, you know? And it's, and then I could also say that he did it later in his career with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. They don't win that series without Kyrie cashing that three. You know, it's just the whole thing, bro. And then later on, he tries to do it with the Lakers. Nobody even counts that silly pandemic ring pop ring. Nobody counts that. But even then, he's given total control, you know. They call him Le GM for a reason. They talk about how powerful this man is because he is a brand and he's you know, larger than life, right? It is LeBron. I give LeBron respect in that sense, in a business sense for sure. But objectively speaking, LeBron James, when J.R. Smith made that terrible, boneheaded play, that is definitely frustrating for sure. LeBron's the one that put his hands in his, you know, his head in his hands like this and started damn near crying. He was throwing a fit. He was throwing a tantrum on the bench. And when Superman, right, the leader, the guy who's supposed to be the one that everybody looks to when the sky is falling, right, the captain of the ship. Imagine if you were on a boat and the waves were kind of rocky and all of a sudden the captain's like, ah! You'd be freaking out too. So LeBron is doing that on the bench, and of course they lose. Of course they end up losing, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because LeBron allows for that to seep into his mind and to break him in these moments. We saw it when he was on Miami against the Dallas Mavericks. We've seen it before. We've seen it before. As much as you guys want to say, oh, he's so clutch. Bro, he's clutch in times where it don't matter if you're clutch or not. Like, it's clutch. Like, there's levels to clutch. Don't get me wrong. Like, it matters. It matters for sure. A regular season buzzer beater matter. A playoff game buzzer beater matters. But when it's showtime, when we're playing for all the marbles, LeBron James has lost more than he's won. And he's been in that arena more than anybody else, but he also stacked the deck for himself. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, how you going to give him so much credit for always being in the championship when he's stacking the deck and teaming up with other all-stars? You know what I mean? Like, no, bro. If you want to talk about ring chasing, LeBron did it early in his career. Charles Barkley ring chased at the end of his career, damn near, pretty much. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, not Paul Pierce because he came up with the Celtics, but you get what I'm saying. That big three, bro, Garnett had like, what, 12, 13 seasons into the league, and so did Ray Allen. Like, they were in the league for a long time, bro. Maybe even more, maybe 14. I could be tripping off that one, but he had a lot of years in the league, bro, Kevin Garnett, and so did Ray Allen. That's one thing if you want to ring chase at that point. Like, damn, Minnesota's really not doing much for me. It's been 13 years now. You know, like, what's happening here? Time to move on. But LeBron only made it 7 years before moving over. And if I'm wrong, it's 8. You know, I'm like 1 off. But I'm pretty sure it's 7. I've got other videos talking about it where I have the stats up on the screen. I'm not doing that today. Today, I'm just chatting. LeBron started load management as well, and there was a time when you could buy a ticket to a Laker game and the stars would be out. Kobe Bryant would be playing, right? Unless he was injured. But now you buy a ticket, which is already expensive as hell, and you're not buying one. Maybe you are buying one. If you're buying one, that's cool. But let's say you're a father and you're buying one for your son, or son and daughter. Maybe you got 3 kids you're trying to take to the game, right? That's a lot of money you're spending, and for the possibility that LeBron just sits out because he's load managing, or Joel Embiid sits out, or, name a star, name someone that you take your kid to go see the game with, and you go to see the people who are the reason you're in attendance, right? They could just sit out now, willy-nilly, and they're getting guaranteed money, which I think is a problem, but that's for another video. They just have too much power. They just have too much power, and I hope the league takes the power back. And I'm glad people like Charles Barkley are coming out and saying stuff like this, because people have let the narratives run wild. They have been distorting reality for years, okay? Meanwhile, guys who actually played, guys who actually know ball, right? They not only know ball and they play ball, right? The real legends of the game, the people who, if you're a basketball fan, do you know how much of an honor it is to meet Charles Barkley, to meet Shaq? You know how much to meet Michael Jordan, to meet these people? Like, they're upper echelon of the league, bro. It's just, there's levels to it, and I'm glad that the guys at the highest level, some of the greatest to ever play the game, are coming out talking like this, man. And as for what he's saying, man, with Kobe Bryant, I agree with that too. I don't know what Charles' whole 1, 2, 3 ranking is. I didn't see the whole list. I just saw this. But I think Kobe Bryant over LeBron, not only does he have more rings, but his mentality. I don't know, bro. I've just seen LeBron James pout and cry way more than I've ever seen Kobe or any other superstar pout and cry, Besides other weak stars like Kevin Durant and other crybabies, you know what I mean? Nowadays, you kind of see it all the time. You see the load management everywhere. You see people crying and whining and flopping. You see it everywhere. LeBron James doesn't get enough credit for ruining the league. He is the one who was the leader all those years. He is the reason Kevin Durant left the Oklahoma City Thunder and thought it was cool to just go join up the Warriors, who you just had a 7-game series with them. He thought it was literally okay to have the weakest mindset and the weakest move ever made in NBA history, because LeBron did it a couple years before with going to Miami. If the leader of the pack is weak, and the leader of the pack is a crybaby and a flopper and all these things, a complainer and a load management guy, if that's the leader of the pack, the rest of the Wolves will follow. And the NBA has followed in LeBron's footsteps, and that's why the NBA is whack in 2025. So I'm glad Charles Barkley said it. I agree with him. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and of course, leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.